Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Jamil from Honest Sense coming back again. I'm going to be doing a review by a fragrance house of Creed. I have recently did a review on Creed. I did a review on Green Iris Tweed. I also recently did one on Creed Green Valley. And today I'm going to be doing a review on Creed Spice and Wood. I decided to do a review on this today again because I actually just went through my 30 ml decant that I had for Creed Spice and Wood. Obviously, with this fragrance is super expensive, so I start out with a decant. And that decant, I got this from My Makers. Man, yo, that guy was very special. You know, I was a very great subscriber of his channel, and also I bought a lot of decants from this guy, from My Makers. Very nice guy. I actually talked to him on the phone because I didn't know how to send money through PayPal, and I gave him my number, and then he called me. So that was real good of him, especially with his customer service that he had. That when he was selling decants of his own fragrance that he owns. But and Creed Spice and Wood was actually one of them that I got a decant from, and then eventually I went and bought myself a bottle. I really does like this bottle. Actually, on this cap, it's not on the cap. It says guided with 10 carat fine gold. As you all know, this is from the Royal Exclusive line, and so this is Creed Spice and Wood, and this fragrance actually came out in 2010. It's one thing I did not know that Creed Aventus actually came out the same year when Spice and Wood came out, and this is the Royal Exclusive, and I do remember that Creed Aventus is not a part of the Royal Exclusive line, but it's kind of outshadowed this fragrance, Spice and Wood. And this is obviously was the most expensive one. All right, so now I'm going to get into the video, to the review. So in 2010, right now we in 2020, so I was about like 30 years old. Wow, that's whole lot long time to, but even like right now I'm 40, but in 2010 I was 30 years old. And so basically 10 years ago, I think this 5 years ago, I think this fragrance was a banger. It was a banger. I would say 30 years old, I was a banger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was just wow. You know what I'm saying? I could just, how you doing, boo? How you doing, baby? That was me. As 40 years old, I have changed. So I'm not the same at all. So a lot of times that go with, even though it goes with smell of a fragrance, a lot of times you'll see your reviewer, they be like, one fragrance will be hot, and then another fragrance will be better than that fragrance. And once it get continued, and they go back to the OG. So if this fragrance was discontinued, everybody would be doing a review on this one if this was discontinued. But hopefully it's not. So basically what I'm saying is that some fragrance that it could stand the pass of time, like Green Iris Tweed. That fragrance is still selling, and that fragrance came out in 1985. Silver Mountain Water, people still buy Silver Mountain Water. But why they don't buy why they don't buy this one? This is, the bottle is nice. Got the 10 carat guided gold plated, but why they not buying this one? And I think this is a real good looking bottle that sits on your cabinet. But obviously, people is not feeling this one because there's not too much really going on in this fragrance either. And I know I will be repeating everything what people says. Just spice and woods. Yeah, it really is. When it get down to the dry down, it just really is spice and woods. And where I wish that it was a little bit more going on, a little bit more sweetness, more seductive, that was going on. I wish this fragrance had that more going on. So, but anyway, I'm gonna be. Let me get to the review. So obviously, Creed Spice and Wood. This is a 75 ml. Actually, when I got this fragrance, I paid like I think like $250. I got this off of somebody, I forget. I got this from a fragrance group that I got this from, and let me do the batch code. I like to do the batch code. And this is 17S01. So this is obviously a 2017 batch. All right, so obviously Creed Spice and Wood came out in 2010. I'm gonna do the top notes all the way. I'm gonna do basically explain the notes, what's in the notes, how long does it last, did it give me compliments, how's the projection, everything. I'm gonna get everything about the fragrance of what I get from this fragrance. Basically, from the top notes is actually Italian bergamot, Egyptian lemons, and it's aromatic apples. And in the heart is angelica root, clove, desert pepper, patchouli, and white birch. In the base is iris, cedarwood, oak moss, and musk. So when I first initially spray this fragrance, I am getting the bergamot and the apples and that lemon. And the lemon and the apple is kind of like playing against each other, just playing against each other a little bit. I do get a little bit of cinnamon in this one. I know clove could sometimes give you that resemblance of a spice, but to me, I think it's more of I am definitely getting some cinnamon in this fragrance, but it's real faint. It's not overly done. It's just a little bit of cinnamon. But also I'm getting some patchouli, and patchouli in this fragrance to me is very, very prominent in this fragrance. Trust me, it's there. Like I said, this is a 2017 batch, so when I got the decant from my makers, I had got that early on, so this wasn't in 2017. So I don't know if this fragrance has been reformulated from that time. This is a 2017 batch. So when I initially spray this fragrance, I'm getting some bergamot, a little bit of bergamot, a lot of lemon, and some apples. But the apples and lemons, they just kind of fighting and everything, just making it a little bit more fruity. Then I'm getting a little bit of cinnamon. I'm getting a lot of patchouli, and I'm getting some like a airy, like a very like a light spice. And that could be coming from the white birch that it is, what it is listed inside. But also I'm getting this some iris. The iris is definitely cleaning this fragrance up. Actually, even making this fragrance more airy. It's making it to have a little bit of a floral aspect in this fragrance. But then within a half an hour from the fragrance, from initial spraying it, then you get some cedar wood. Then you get some oak moss, and you get the dry down for the rest throughout the whole duration of the fragrance, and you get some musk. I will tell you, the citrus in this fragrance is very, very short-lived. It does not live long. It only lasts in at least about 20 minutes, and after that, you're going to get spice and woods. Citrus up top, spice and wood throughout the whole duration of the fragrance. But it does have some sweetness into it within that spice and woods, but it's not coming from the citrus, which I don't know where is it coming from. It could be coming from a little bit from the iris, a little bit, but it's not coming from that bergamot, the lemon, or that apple. It's not coming, definitely not coming from there. So I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting a lot of cedarwood, definitely getting some oak moss, and definitely getting a lot of musk. But what basically was holding this fragrance together is that patchouli and that white birch and some cedarwood and a little bit of oak moss and a lot of musk. The longevity with this fragrance, I'm getting 8 to 10 hours. But like I said, the bergamot, the lemon, the apples is short lived, very short lived. The compliments, yes, the compliment is there. I would say is when I spray this on my hand, it's an okay fragrance. It's okay. It's not mind blowing. Not no $500, $600 mind blowing fragrance. No, it's not none of that. The projection is like 1 or 2 hours, which I like for this fragrance because this is a more fragrance that is more like, a person wants to come more to you. But for $500 something, I want something that's going to be letting people know that I'm here in the room, come to me, for $500 some fragrance. The season I would say for this is fall and I would say late spring and fall. So a little bit more on the cooler side. Obviously coming from Pennsylvania, so obviously we get 4 seasons here, and this fragrance does definitely well where I could wear this in the spring and even in the fall time, in the cooler spring. The time I would say is this is like an evening wear or a night wear, but I have waters during the daytime. It really doesn't matter to me, to be honest with you, because that white birch actually brightens. It's also it doesn't keep this fragrance as going so woodsy, even though it's a lot of spice and wood. It's actually making this fragrance like it's airy, light, but has some wood in it. If you know what I mean. But like I said, this obviously it's a good fragrance. But in 2010, it was a much better fragrance. It just doesn't. It don't have that knockout like it had, and I could see why a lot of time people doesn't talk about it. It doesn't get too much of a lot of love, and I wore this fragrance the other day, and I did receive 2 compliments from this fragrance, but that was when when you got the bergamot and the lemon and the apple. But after that, throughout the whole duration of the time, I didn't get any compliments. This fragrance is much better as you passing by. Smelling on the hand is okay, but in the air is just phenomenal. But like I said, I like to wear fragrance. Man, it smells good. It smells better in the air. It smells good on hand. On my hand, it's okay. In the air, it's phenomenal. And that's what I was told. This will be my review for Creed Spice and Wood. Obviously came out in 2010. And just to really get on the note of Creed, I think Creed is kind of a little suffering a little bit. I know they have a new Creed Aventus out with the black bottle, all black bottle, some type of anniversary. I haven't smelled that one, but I did look at other people's reviews. They kind of tend on using Aventus a lot. So they came out, the original Aventus obviously came out in 2010, and then they came out with Aventus for Her. That wasn't as big as well. It wasn't big. And then they came out with the Creed Aventus Cologne. And obviously that smells like a lot of other different fragrances, even though it smells good. It just is crazy because they use that Aventus name, and they actually doing the same thing with a lot of other fragrances, like YSL do. I don't need long. They using that DNA of Aventus. They keep using the same DNA. And that being said, because as a fragrance house as Creed, I kind of look at them setting the bar for a lot of other fragrances, but I don't see that now. Um, I think that um, it's just they put the way for them. I think number one, they need to come out with a number one. They need to go down their prices. Even though a lot of us don't, a lot of us fragrance guys or women don't pay for retail. But with that being said, I also feel that they need to come up with a better presentation. They come up with these cheap, flimsy cardboard boxes, and it's just not doing no more. Back in the day, it was doing it, but now it's not doing it. You got killing, putting stuff in coffins. You got, they giving you a designer type, but a overly priced niche price, and that's to me is not acceptable. I would say the next one that came out with Creed, like I said, was the best one. My favorite is Creed Viking. Then I like Royal Mayfair. I'm a big fan of Royal Oud. Maybe I'll do that one next. But I definitely like Creed Spice and Wood. I think what more sells me in this fragrance is more of the bottle. It just look nice. It look expensive, but the juice inside, um, not so. But even though it smells expensive, and not $500 worth expensive, to me, the quality of juice that's in Spice and Wood is the same quality that where you would get in a Creed Aventus. Meaning, not saying the smell, but the quality of the fragrance. But like I said, they call this Royal exclusive, but came in a cheap flimsy box. To me, it's cheap. Paying all that price. Look at Roja, and Zerjoff and Amwaj, and they come out with some great smelling fragrance, and they give you a great presentation. And Creed is still expensive retail. So that would be my review on Creed Spice and Wood. But yeah, so like I said, overall, if I need to grade this fragrance as right now, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. But back in 2011, when this fragrance, 2010, when this fragrance came out, oh, this will be a 10 out of 10. Until 5 years ago or 3 years ago. Then actually every year that goes down, every year this fragrance goes down. Every year that, like in 2001, this score is gonna go down. Right now it's a 7 out of 10. To 2021, then it's gonna be like a six out of 10. Because there's other fragrance that's actually does real good, like Tom Ford Oud would. You can get that as a great price, and it's a 50 mil. So all right then. Peace out, everybody. Hope everybody having a great day. This is my review of Creed Spice and Wood, 2010. Doing this 2020. Thank you.